Hello, and welcome to Tea Time Tarot at the Violet Flame. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Danielle.
And today we're shedding light on some heart-centered messages that we're going to pull from the tarot for you at home. What do we got here today, Danielle?
All right, so today we're still going to use the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards like we have in the past. Let's see what we have for the collective. We have the dog with the raven.
Ooh, loyalty.
Loyalty, magic, synchronicities, events.
Ooh, that person you're getting synchronicities about, they are actually very loyal to you. They are watching you. They are actually, I feel like this person that you're wondering about is on the sidelines actually rooting for you. They think very highly of you.
They're sending you those signals with the synchronicities.
Mm-hmm. That's why the synchronicities are coming forward,
Yeah.
is because when they're watching you, they're like, ooh, 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 go, go, go. But you just don't hear from them yet because it's not time. This dog is sitting still. He's sitting in place. He knows when to sit and he knows when to move forward because he's been trained well. He's been through life. He's been through hardships. He's been through good times and bad times. He's finally in a place where he feels like family-oriented, loyal, and he is watching and waiting for the time to come forward.
Right, but right now he's under a little bit of restriction here. So something is temporarily holding this connection back. But there are signs, and, try not to think of it as a coincidence with the Raven card, because those synchronicities are there.
And what kinds of synchronicities are you experiencing right now? I know for me, I'm hearing songs. I'm hearing lyrics in songs. Normally it would be the numbers from the universe, and I take that as personal messages when I'm communicating with my spirit guides in the universe. But when it comes to telepathy with another individual, I will wake up with random lyrics in my head, and I'll find that as synchronistic, and then I'll hear it throughout the day. I'll see animals or signs out in nature that will reflect the thoughts that I've been having, whether it's my thoughts or another person's thoughts. I will randomly be thinking about one thing, and then all of a sudden a thought of this person will pop into my head, and I'll know that it's them actually thinking of me.
Right. A lot of times seeing like 1111, 111, 222, or 211, all those different numbers on the clock.
1221 is a huge one for me, and specific people have different numbers, but 1221 I know is my mirror. And when I see that number, I know that we're kind of probably both seeing it, having synchronicities.
Yeah, and I wake up a lot to different dreams and different visions, and then I'll hear a song with it. So I keep a little log at in my phone, because a lot of times when I wake up in the middle of the night, it could be 2:30, 3:30, whatever time it is, and then I think, okay, I'll remember, and I'll try and do like this repetitive thought process in my head over and over of what the song was, and I'll remember it by the time 7 o'clock or 6:30, whenever it's time to start getting ready. And then I usually forget, so I usually just have my phone there. I just log it in real quick, or pad of paper and a pencil, even if it's dark, and I'll just start scribbling, even if I may not be able to read it very legible, but at least I have some idea to trigger that memory of what that dream was, what the vision was, or what the song was that I heard.
It's a great way to communicate with your intuition about
Right.
this situation or this person. Because whatever this restriction is for people, whether it's the quarantine, resolving past situations, past relationships, maybe they're just not feeling fully in their power, they still are very happy thinking about you. They are waiting for the right time. And they are waiting for you, it looks like. They're very loyal. Can you clarify these restrictions? It looks like they know now. Whereas they might not have known it before, they know now that they can see, they have unconditional love for you. They can see you in their life. Whereas there might have been a time when they were asking for synchronicities to know for sure, like they were confused about you. Maybe you were confused about them and you were asking for the synchronicities, and you're both kind of looking at each other like a puppy in love and just waiting for the right time. One's waiting for communication from the other. but I feel like somebody already made communication and they're just waiting.
So I'm using the Power of Surrender cards right now, and surrender to resentment. So there's some type of resentment that someone might still be holding on to, and letting that go, forgiving that person, or just forgiving possibly the expectation of maybe it was an apology, just knowing that you need to move forward, let go of the resentment, because it's unhealthy for, yourself.
And
Not just the other person, the path that you both are.
And I'm seeing all this red. So there's some deep-rooted fears here.
Fear,
some past
anger.
hurts, resentment towards lovers in the past. Letting go of the fear. Letting go, stop projecting your pains from past relationships onto the current people in your life, especially when you know they're good for you.
Yep, no other cards want to come out there.
So when you're dealing with your fears, you really want to face them head on. Like, you'll know if it's from a past relationship because you'll be triggered, and that's the difference between it'll be from it being in the current situation or be coming from a past situation, because there might be a minor situation that happens, but you'll feel an intense emotion regarding it, and that's when you know it's pulling up emotion that hasn't been released from the past. And it's not this person's fault that they remind you of an ex. It's not this person's fault that
or a childhood event that happened, or some type of
that they remind
resentment.
you of their mother.
Yep.
It's not this person's
Mom,
fault
Dad,
that they are nurturing and you didn't receive that nurturing, so you're automatically resenting them. Sometimes we have to really go deep within ourselves to be able to enjoy the blessings that we've prayed for in this lifetime when they're actually surrounding us. We choose not to receive. We put blocks on our path. We choose not to receive our blessings based on fear. What is it that's true to your being? What feels right when you're in meditation and you think of this person? Does it feel like love? Does it feel like unconditional love, like that's on this dog card? Does it feel like, that might be scary. That might be really scary if you've never experienced that before. If they're not a fixer-upper, you don't have to, they're not someone that you're going to have to, that they need to rely on you. Maybe it's scary because they don't need to rely on you, and you're used to people having to rely on you, otherwise you don't feel needed. Release that fear. Maybe you feel like you're just not in the position right now to hold up your end of the bargain in a relationship. You don't have to jump right into relationships with people. You can be friends. You can make it okay to care about people and not put those expectations that you were talking about on the table right away.
Right, because if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So if you start off as friends and maybe you have that expectation of going straight to romance, and you're like, no, it's actually good to start off a little slow.
What about any advice from the universe? Can we give them some advice?
Well, I didn't need to shuffle this. I just cut the deck on that. Patience and stillness.
Looks like that's what that dog is doing.
Yep.
But when everybody's waiting on someone to take action, why do you think that's the advice? Why do you feel like that's the advice?
Patience is the best advice.
If everybody's waiting for the other person to take action,
It just means that you're not really ready to move forward yet.
Okay. And
Sometimes-
to honor your energy.
Honor that.
And I'm
Go
seeing-
within.
This is triggering
Taking
the
a
dream
break.
I had last night. Number 22 is on this card. She's laying down. In my dream last night, I was in labor, and the head was crowning. And the doctor said the head is at 22 centimeters diameter, and all you have to do is give it one big push. And I believe that is very symbolic of, when you're holding a child in your womb, you're being patient, you're taking care of yourself, you're nurturing this baby,
You're letting
this
it grow.
womb, you're
Giving
letting
the
it
time.
grow, you're being still when you need to be still, you're honoring your energy. But there comes a time when the head is crowning, and sometimes you still have to wait. You still have to just hold it there and hold it in place, but it's almost time to give it that last big push, to push what you've been manifesting into fruition. And you may know exactly what that is right now. You may have been working on manifestations when it comes to relationships with people, your loyalty to your friends, or learning unconditional love that is ready to come through. And it has been reliant on your patience, but it's coming to fruition that you're going to have to give it that one last push. But I feel like there's fear around that last push. And there was fear in my dream too. There's fear because that last push means that baby, that creation is actually in.
It's in fruition.
It's in the 3D.
3D.
It's in the real world. And that means there's responsibility. If we make these choices and bring this into life, there's responsibility. And that comes with people are afraid of those responsibilities. So that's why they sit sometimes a little too long. I feel, when that head's crowning, if you sit too long, you can get yourself, get the connection will get sick. But trust that you created this, you come this far, that last push will bring this, everything that you wanted, and you can handle it. Like, you are leveling up, so you are ready for those responsibilities. So you are ready for this connection. That you've been manifesting it, so the universe isn't going to give it to you if you're not ready. It's just the way it is. You won't level up if you're not ready. You do play a big part in that, but it's either get pushed to that next level sometimes, even if you're not ready, because sometimes that baby is just coming, whether you like it or not. But it is your manifestation. You did this. Okay. So what do you think?
That about sums it up.
All right, you
I'm
guys.
not feeling any other cards, so.
Well, thanks for joining us once again for Tea Time Tarot. And hey, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Get ready to push.
Bye.
Bye.